So yeah, ready to get moving? Like, let's get moving.
By Vistamar Marina. Carla, you're heading to sea. What do you think? Good feeling to get out of here. So it's a little less than a week before Christmas, and we are departing. It's been a nice stop for us to get all of our work done on Gargoyle. But now it's time to put the Canadian flag up and head down to get measured for our canal transit.
We are about halfway to the anchorage, and of course the crew is giving themselves a little bath underneath the Dodger. The captain is working hard, giving himself a little bath as well. And so far we've been motoring for 3 hours, and Yamar's doing perfect, so I think our problems are all fixed. All we need to do now is go sailing. So we are just coming into Panama City. We're about a nautical mile away from the canal, and we're just going through the anchorage here. If you look at it on the charts, just a few AIS targets out there we got to go around. So we're almost there. Only 4 more nautical miles to go. The trip from Vistamar to Panama City was a quick 40 nautical miles to take us to Flamenco Island, where we would anchor at La Playita to wait for the Panama Canal inspector to come aboard and measure Gargoyle for the canal transit. The next morning, our inspector arrives to confirm Gargoyle's measurements and complete the required paperwork. The entire process took approximately 45 minutes, and then Captain Kevin received Gargoyle's official Panama Canal ship identification number. A quick radio call to the canal's pilot boat fleet, and the inspector is picked up, and the crew on Gargoyle is on to the next step of the process.
We have checked in and been inspected for our Panama passage. We've received our number, so we're all ready to go here. Now we're going down from La Playita anchorage, which is where we're at right now, to the Balboa Yacht Club. We're going to pick up a mooring buoy and then meet our agent ashore in the lounge there. So we're pulling up the anchor.
You ready?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Now Gargoyle is measured and approved for the canal. The plan will be to move to Balboa Yacht Club. Here we will pay our canal agent, receive our lines and fenders, and tomorrow pick up our 4 line handlers. Once everyone is aboard, we will head back to Playita to anchor, as our canal advisor will be dropped off first thing in the morning to assist us through the canal. The Balboa Yacht Club is situated in front of the Bridge of Americas and is approximately 2 nautical miles from the entrance to the canal. The guy boat comes out to meet us to assist in locating our mooring buoy, and we tie Gargoyle up for the night. After Gargoyle is secured, we grab a water taxi to meet our agent to complete the payment for the transit, and we get a surprise when we come back.
Crap, we just came back from paying our agent, and we've got our fenders and our mega dock lines here on the boat all ready for our transit. They actually came off the boat here next to us. They actually came through and dropped off their line handlers as well as all of their lines for us. So we are all set. We could be transiting as early as tomorrow, but if I keep talking and videoing, then Carla will have everything put away before I get done.
Last night, the yacht club was closed, so we grab another water taxi this morning to head back to the club to pay for our stay. Now, all we have to do is wait for our lion handlers to arrive, and we can head back to La Playita to prepare Gargoyle for the transit.
Oh, there they are. Hola. Hi.
Hello.
Just need to pay. Came in yesterday and we're leaving tonight on a ball.
It's an expensive stay. It's like $40 a night.
It's very expensive.
Very expensive. Not what we were expecting. But they have free Wi-Fi, so let's go check it out.
Oh yeah. So it's time to raise the flag on our second season with the Panama Posse. Since that's the Panama Canal in front of us. So it's time to switch over. Season 1 was in the Pacific. Season 2 is going to be in the Caribbean. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Buenas, hola.
Hola.
Hey guys. Who's who? You speak English? A little bit.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys, a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh,
¿No Spanish?
a little bit.
Poquito.
Poquito.
Yeah. So we have picked up our 4 guys and now we're heading to La Playita, which is about a nautical mile in front of us to the anchorage, where our canal advisor is going to jump on the boat at around 4:30 tomorrow morning. So we'll hopefully get there before it gets dark so we can drop the anchor, and then we're going to feed the crew. So busy night. Hopefully it's a little bit peaceful, and then an early morning tomorrow morning.
Great Gargoyle, Morias Gargoyle, Flamenco Station.
Flamenco Station, this is Gargoyle. Go ahead.
Gargoyle, sir, good evening. Pilot on board tomorrow at 04:45 local time. Pilot on board 04:45 local time tomorrow.
Confirm 0445 tomorrow. Thank
By buoy 46 on Flamenco Island, outside of the channel.
Roger, we copy.
Thank you.
Morning. It is 0420 and we're getting up to get our anchor up and get in position to pick up our pilot for the canal transit.
Here comes our pilot.
What's his name?
Sorry?
Name the boat?
Gargoyle.
Okay, sí, pues. Tú lo mandas la cota, tú no mandas que eso.
Buenos dias. 6:15, we have pulled up anchor and we're going to follow this big freighter. And then we'll go from there. We are just getting ready to go into the locks. They're going to put this big cargo ship in first, and then a tug's going to come and pick us up and tie up next to us. So we are almost there. Maybe it's about 7:30 right now. Our canal advisor confirms Gargoyle will be tied to a tug for the Miraflora and Pedro locks. This will make the process easy for our line handlers as they will transfer lines to the tug instead of the handlers on the sides of the lock. When the freighter in front of us proceeds to the next lock, Gargoyle unties from the tug to allow the tug to move forward and tie up to the next lock. Once the tug is secured, Gargoyle moves forward, secures to the tug, and the flooding of the next lock begins.
These locks, there are only two chambers.
Yeah.
Then we're going to the Miraflores Lake.
Yeah.
Then we're going to Pedro Miguel locks, only one chamber.
Only one chamber there. So two, then the lake, then one. Okay.
After Pedro Miguel, we have Gatun Lake.
Gatun, then
27 miles from there to Gatun Lake.
Gotcha.
Here's our time lapse through the Miraflora locks. Now through the Miraflora locks, we move approximately 1 nautical mile north to the Pedro lock, the final lock on the Pacific side. When Gargoyle passes through this lock, the canal will have raised us 85 feet above sea level into Gatun Lake. Gargoyle has transited the 28 miles north through Gatun Lake, and we arrive at the Gatun Locks. This time, Gargoyle will be the lead boat, and our line handlers will have a bit more work to do. Of all the cooking that
Did you get a video of the guys eating?
no,
No. Ah.
but Kevin's doing the last dishes, and we actually have leftovers this time. We haven't leftovers for anything else, so we're going
You
through the
finally
canal.
filled them up.
you're going through the canal, stock up on like eggs and pasta and rice, because if you have line handlers, they're going to eat a ton of food.
They work up an appetite.
And they seem to work up an appetite, although they kind of sleep most of the time, so.
I wouldn't want to do it without them.
No, they're very handy. Don't do it without them. Kevin centers Gargoyle in the lock, and the handlers on the canal toss lines to assist in securing Gargoyle in the canal. We have 3 locks to proceed through to lower 85 feet back to sea level. The great thing is, we will have a front row seat. The smaller lines from the canal are walked forward with the boat, and when Gargoyle reaches the front of the lock, the line handlers feed the larger lines back to shore. These larger lines will hold and ensure Gargoyle will remain in the center of the channel and in front of the boats behind us. When the locks open, the larger lines are fed back to the line handlers, and the canal workers walk forward with the boat to the next lock. One more time lapse, just for fun. We have reached the Caribbean as Gargoyle passes under the Atlantic Bridge. Our original plan was to be through the canal in May 2020, however, COVID delayed our plans. The good news is, Gargoyle's crew will have the entire winter of 2021 to explore the Caribbean. The pilot boat comes over to pick up our canal advisor, and with his departure, we head over to Shelter Bay. Here, we will drop off our line handlers and finish the last task to get Gargoyle ready for 2021.
We are here in Shelter Bay Marina, having just transited the Panama Canal, and it was a wonderful experience. Definitely a bucket list item for any sailors that are out there, or boaters, period. A couple of observations on it. It was very quick. We had been told that, first of all, that you would not be able to do any kind of a transit in just one day. That's not correct. So the transit from the Pacific to the Atlantic side, easily accomplished in a single day, as long as you've got a boat that'll keep that speed. A couple other things that you may have noticed, really not stressful, I would say, for the most part. Doing the canal transit, the line handlers take care of you. They do an excellent job. The Panama Canal advisor you have on the boat, he's not a pilot, but he's to advise you as you drive your boat. Does an excellent job. He handles all the radio communications. There was really only one time that was a little stressful as piloting the boat, and that was when we were coming off the tugs behind the large freighter. His prop wash, the tug moving forward, all of a sudden that large lock chamber became very narrow. You'll notice in the video that our handlers came over to the starboard side with fenders. They didn't need them. I was able to maintain the boat in position. But we have heard from other individuals that have gotten sideways in the chambers as well. So you just need to pay attention. That's kind of all I had on the canal crossing.
And buy lots of food, like the video says. If you do get line handlers, and we highly recommend them, they eat a lot. Now, we're in Shelter Bay. We have one big ticket item for Gargoyle, and that's to get her bottom painted. And once that's done, she goes back in the water, and we are going to head out to the Caribbean.
So, thanks for watching this week. We really appreciate it. This one's a little longer than usual. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. Click on the subscribe button down below. And if you'd like to be notified of upcoming videos, click on the bell to the right.
Ciao for now.